Great. Welcome, everyone. It is May the 3rd, 2024, and we are studying the universal law of instantaneous transmission and transformation with Sanat Kumara. We have been with Archangel Michael and understanding the blessing and virtue of truth for quite a while, and the Lurion Clavicle Chakra and how colorful it is, the blues to pinks to the purple, and the 9th dimension. So we're finishing up on the law. We've got a few more classes of the law. So here we go. There's our mission with Michael and the other mighty ones with Gabriel and Uriel and Raphael and Yophael and his Yofi dust. Really creating this ascension for humanity on planet Earth, and peace is a huge part of that, and especially feeling peaceful within, as within, so without. So this is, we reviewed this last class about entering the 13th octave. So I was thinking we should just do it every class, do the mantra mudra. So put your fingertips together like a circle and then over your heart. And we're going to do 4 clicks of the tongue. So with the first click, feel yourself being greeted by James the Apostle and being taken to your sacred temple. Feel yourself being surrounded by the ascended masters, your angels and guides and your friends. Feel the gifts, the energy, and the love being bestowed upon you. With the second click, feel yourself ascending the golden spiral of Archangel Gabriel until you are at the foot of the throne of God. On the third click, feel the union with God take place. You are now in the 13th octave, in the heart of one. On the fourth click, anchor deep into the heart of Gaia. Feel the flow of energy as it moves from the heart of one, down the golden spiral, into the heart of Gaia, and back up, resting again in the heart of one. This continual flow of energy strengthens your connection to the Mother, Father, One, and to our beloved planet Gaia. So just to feel the energy running through you to the center of the planet, right to the heart of one. And we're resting in the 13th octave in the higher perspective. So when we're there, it's much easier to navigate this ascension. So you're anchored, it's like you're rooted like a tree into the center of the planet, and yet you're holding the higher perspective and in the flow of love. This is a prayer that it's a Lahochi prayer, and it's a beautiful prayer. If you want to take a screenshot of it, I can also send it to you. It's a really good one to memorize. It's what I do before every session I have with someone in the room, every morning when I wake up, and I can just read it out right now and you'll feel the energy of it, but it's a fabulous prayer to memorize, and because it puts you into the flow of healing and alignment and balance with the Mother, Father, One. Divine Source, Mother, Father, God, we call forward ourselves into the light. We call forth a clearing. We call forth the illuminant, radiant form of our souls through the light of Christ and the Holy Spirit to guide, direct, and take us to the spiritual heart of God, to bring forth joy, peace, and love within ourselves individually and collectively. We call forth the cooperative spirit of unity, the light, love, and wisdom of Lahochi, the Lahochi Master, the Council of Love, the angels and archangels of pure consciousness, and all beings of the light of the highest to assist us individually and collectively. We call forth the healing and that which is our next step in spiritual growth for our highest good. We give thanks to the Holy Spirit for our transmutation and transformation through the divine light. We give thanks for perfect alignment within our spirit, soul, and personality. We come together as one unifying energy, as one heart, one mind, one will, and one light. Amen, amen, and amen. And as you can see, everything that I've got, blue is connected to the Mother, and the gold to the Father, and then, of course, the emerald green to love. And Lahochi is a healing modality connected to Saint Germain, to Lao Tzu. There's a whole group that are present. It's a hands-on healing, but it's also fabulous just to be in that flow of energy every single day. In the La Ho Chi book, there was an example of a dentist who would get up in the morning and say the prayer and put himself into the flow of energy for himself, for his clients, for his family, for everything around him, and how smoothly everything tends to go. So I've been doing this for a while, and it's true. It's very, it's a beautiful prayer to say, just to memorize and to know. So there you are, if that's of interest.
Please send that out.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's a beauty. Okay, so now this is the law of instantaneous transmission and transformation. We're on to a question from Susie. And she says, once we reach a certain saturation point, I'm wondering what's next for us. So she's knowing that we're all embodying love. And so SK Raj says, it will be a choice. What you are doing in this ascension process it truly is a return in many ways to the original plan of the mother. Now, the original plan is not simply the journey that you are taking back to the light or the source, as it were. It is also you understanding that you have a choice to be in and out of form, but you don't realize that until you have maintained your form. And one of the things that has happened, particularly with all the illusions of the third, is that as a collective, you basically say, I can't wait to get out of here. You create great scenarios and dramas in order to do that and to accomplish that. And it includes death and disease and destruction. So that's basically the old belief systems. Yes, Darren.
So what do you mean by saying maintained your form?
He's going to explain that, but it's being in joy without anxiety. It's everything that we were learning with the law of well, all the laws up to this point. But remember the list that we were given for instantaneous transmission? It's being able to stay in your form in joy, basically, in peace and love.
Okay.
Consistently.
That's a trick right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And Steve, you're on mute.
Can't have that. I took a screenshot of the prayer and it's in the chat window.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You can download it.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you. Okay. So yeah. So we're practicing on maintaining our form. Like that's what we do every day. Coming more and more into the love zone, as I like to say. When the mother asked Gaia, the mighty archangel, to assume a different form, she did so without hesitation. So before Earth, Gaia was just an archangel. And then when the mother asked her to be a planet, she said yes. One of the reasons was that the mother was creating, think of it as a playground, an amusement park for her angels to play, to have an experience of various, not simply human, but various forms of physicality, other than what you think of as the energetic form and design and imprint of the angelic realm. Regardless of which realm you belong to, whether it was seraphim or angel or guardian angel, it matters not. It was for her beings to have a place to play. And SK explained this to us in the law of balance, connected to the third dimension and the third chakra. He gave us a bit of a history of the planet. And here he's saying that was lost, and it was also lost to the exercise of free will. Free will not ever be removed. And we have spoken, the archangels, particularly Michael and Gabriel, have spoken about how they have free will, which is surprising to some human beings. We have the ascended masters, myself, I have free will. So everyone has free will. It's a choice as to what decisions we all make, right up to Michael and Gabriel. the point of the journey and what was lost is that choice. So he's talking about the journey of Earth, humanity on Earth. It's always the choice of the alignment and the experience of love, of being in full connection with the divine. Because to be out of alignment, even in the slightest, with that love is inconceivable, but also painful in every sense of the word. So that was the plan. And then the dross and the illusion and the debris, the sludge, the barnacles of human choice, as they drifted further and further away, that sense of flexibility of being in and out of form in the blink of an eye, by choice, by the exercise of free will, was lost. So originally we could jump into being a mountain range, being a dolphin for the day, being a rock for 1,000,000 years if we wanted to. And that was lost because we attached to the old belief systems. So now we don't feel like we can do that. Like we've we've really lost our self-worth. So part of us maintaining our form is remembering our alignment, our self-worth. So that in the ascension to the higher dimensions is what is being restored. So what happens when you reach that point? You float in and out of form at will. So that is where you are headed. But if you did not have a form, you would not be able to be making those free will choices. So first you are learning to be in the alignment, in the joy, and in the rapture, in the best sense of the word, by being in form, by being in alignment, and then you will have that ultimate choice. So that's what we're practicing. Being in alignment, it's remembering still point two, it's remembering all the divine qualities. That's why we're studying all the divine blessings and virtues, the qualities, the laws, the dimensions, because that's us maintaining our form in that simplicity of joy and peace and love, without any of the old belief systems interfering. And when we're there, then we can jump in and out of form easily. You can go back to being a mountain range if you want, or a dolphin for the day.
Rock.
That could be fun, yeah.
Yeah. And there's probably no money involved in that.
No, just joy, that's all.
Yeah. So see, so I think, and this is why they've always said Saint Germain and SK and the mother, focus on the love, focus on the love, focus on the love, because this is actually a really good reason why, so that we can go back to being able to jump in and out of form in the blink of an eye.
So I can be a rock.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
So here's a little bit of a repeat. So first you are learning to be in the alignment and in the joy, in the rapture, in the best sense of the word, by being in form, by being in alignment, then you will have that ultimate choice. So in the rapture, and then I think I said here, what was it? Yeah, in the joy and in the rapture. Yeah. Yes, Darren.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about rapture. What exactly is that?
Well, it's that beautiful feeling that you get. Steve knows it's when you're in that flow of love. The love is just so running and inside of you that there's nothing else that matters. And it's love, it's joy, it's peace, it's all the divine qualities.
So
And
would it be similar to bliss then?
yeah, of course bliss is in there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, Steve.
In past days, rapture was a synonym for ascension.
Mhm.
The
That's
rapture,
right.
the ascension. It may refer to ecstasy,
Yep.
which would be a 12th dimensional experience.
But he's saying here in the joy. So I mean, joy is just being in really deep gratitude for purpose. And rapture, it's joy, bliss, rapture, ecstasy. It just escalates.
Yeah,
Love,
okay.
in the flow of love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is
It's better and better.
yeah, it just gets better and better. Yeah. for sure.
It
And
really does.
yeah, everyone has had tastes of it. Everyone knows. I know that when I was a kid, I felt it. And I would remember walking to school one day and going, oh my, what is this? And it was, wow,
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
it.
beautiful here. And then I've had tastes of it. I mean, even just doing the work that I do,
Yeah.
it's just so joyful. Hmm.
That
Today, I
elevates it.
had a lady in the healing room, and we were so connected to the galactics. I'd even drawn a special symbol on her, connecting her to the galactics. We could feel everyone in the room with us. This is a lady that struggles with the chronic pain, and so she goes in and out of it. There's times where she's just pain free, and then it just comes back because it's the old belief systems. So we're getting her to the point where she's completely dropping the belief systems and in absolute adoration of her mother and her father, which is what it's connected to, the old resentment that the belief systems and the pain comes back because it's belief systems. So we're getting her to the point where she's getting closer and closer to the rapture in a way, and she actually embodies it. You can see the lightness coming, but it's it's stage by stage. So it's really a beautiful thing to watch it happening right before our eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So then Susie says, so that brings up the idea that there are actually limitations to being without form. And Raj says, well, we have a form. It is just not what you think of as a human form. And Susie says, I am starting to understand that because in meditation a couple of days ago, I've seen them before, but I started feeling what they are. Colored circles up in the air. I can see that they are orbs, but I just really got the other day that they are actually beings. And there was such an immense amount of love going back and forth between us. And it brings tears to my eyes when I'm out there and feeling it. And it just tells me that we humans have expectations on what it is going to be like when we meet our galactic brothers and those formless ones. And it's just very exciting to me that I'm starting to see that. So we've all seen pictures of orbs. If our etheric eyes are open, the fourth, the third, and the fifth, you can really see the orbs. And this is what they're saying, that those are beings. And Raj says what you are seeing in those orbs, particularly when you see them with designs in there, is what you are seeing is in fact the soul design. It is the energy pattern of that being. So you are really seeing the truth. The orbs have not been fully understood to date. So when you're seeing these orbs, you are seeing the beings, and it is truly sacred. So literally seeing that soul design. And so just know that our soul design is anchored in the universal self. So that's that big yellow ring. So that's our soul design there. Soul design is the column around the chakras, that spinal column where the flags are. So it's anchored there. And it's also anchored the seat of the soul, which is the top of the solar plexus. So our soul design, all that peace, love, and joy, if you really, really want to anchor it in and feel it, just know it's very close to us. It's our bubble, it's our spinal column, and it's the top of the solar plexus. So just focusing on your soul design can bring up the feelings of the rapture. And then Susie says here, can we then assume a form and morph into whatever form? And because the human beings tend to have this residual fear still, we will often morph into a humanoid form. And Raj says, but yes, when you are looking truly, even at one another, and that is why we have spent some time and prodded the channel this day to talk about soul design. What you are seeing is the truth and the totality of the beings. So yes, dear heart, love your orbs because they are beings. They are the fullness of a being. And Susie says they morph into rainbow colors and it's just wonderful. So that's us. When people will often talk about seeing the colors of the aura. So we have all that as well. So, and it's very colorful. In the colors is healing, is the divine qualities and the blessings and virtues and understandings of the laws and the dimensions. So anything to do with color is connected to that rapture as well. And just feeling the energy of love. And people will sense it in lots of different ways. Some people are very, connected to sound. Some people are connected to seeing colors. Some people can hear. We all have these different talents. So it's just whatever your unique way of being is, to focus that and expand it. And in that is your soul design, is all these beautiful feelings that we're learning to expand within our being. And it's like Steve says, they like little wisps that they just go, but you can attach to them and expand them. It's really, really getting extremely consciously aware of the feelings and expanding on the feelings, because in that is the rapture. And then Susie goes on, she says, I have heard spoken many of the desires people have around changes they wish for their bodies. I was hoping you could offer a practical use of this law, just like with the law of transmutation. You gave us this beautiful exercise. Is there a simplified way that you can offer us to make those changes within ourselves? So, and this is where he talks about the mailbox flags. Yes, and that is why I've used the symbology of the mailbox flags, because it is simply something that everybody is familiar with. We understand that in many countries, there's no such thing as a mailbox flag, particularly on the plains of Africa. But think, all of you do have the symbol in one way or the other. The concept of a flag, whether it is a prayer flag or the hoisting of a flag, like, how we hoist up the Canadian flag or the American flag, of a piece of cloth that is representative, but you could just as easily use a button or a key. So this is when we are making sure those flags are up in our spinal column. So this is what we wish you to do when you're working with this law. See yourself sitting down. So here I've got somebody sitting down. It's best to sit rather than lay down. And then see yourself standing back towards yourself. So you're facing your back and you're facing your central column, which is the cylinder around your spine, which is where your etheric and your actual DNA is located. So this is me putting all that DNA, bundles of wires. There's a few flags. And what did he ask us to do but lift up the flags? You think of an aspect that you wish to activate. And it's interesting he says aspect here, because that's past lives. That's connected to our past lives, talents from our past lives that you wish to activate in your beautiful, unique design. And understand this law in particular. Eventually, we will teach you how to do this with others, but that is not where we want you to start. There is enough work at home to be done. So you are looking, eyes opened, eyes closed, it matters not. Some of you can put out your hands. So where we used to have you cup your hands, remember with the law of transmutation? Now we want you to put your hand, after you have decided what you wish to activate, put your hand, either hand, it matters not, and scan the spine. So just know that we carry the violet flame in our hands. You will feel where that point of activation, whether it is a flag, a button, or a key, you will feel a slight tingling, primarily in the center of the palm of your hand. Your fingers may feel it as well, but definitely your high sign, as it were, is the center of the palm of your hand. So some of us, not all of us, use the hand. So just know if you don't feel the tingling, don't worry about it. So this is where the violet flame is embedded. It's in the third eye, but it's also in the fingertips and the thumb and the palm of the hand. And it's also like a bonfire that can be around the planet. So I just thought, and it's a torch as well. So just know your fingers, everyone's fingers are embedded with, and the palm of the hand are embedded with the violet flame. You can do this with me, so you can run your hand down this column of the back of your spine, and you feel where those several flags, because most of you, what you are activating has several points of activation. So first you scan, then dear heart, go back down, not bottom up. So you scan, first you scan down, and then you go back up to the top, and then you start lifting the flags up. And you simply turn up the flag, push the button, turn the key, go down, flip the flag, push the button, turn the key, and there's usually about 3 or 4. So this is something to go at very slowly and just look at that spinal column, you know, and then see where the flags make. If you've flipped up the flags, then go in and scan and make sure they're still up, because we tend to go, and this is where we go back and forth into doubt and in and out of direct alignment. It's difficult for us to stay right in the middle all the time. But this is a really good exercise to go in daily, look to see that those flags are up and that you're in that alignment of your joy, of being in gratitude to yourself, and building that joy into that rapture. And that's our ascension, basically. Yeah, Darren.
So when you run your hand down your column, is that an etheric hand, I would gather, because it's pretty hard to do it physically.
Oh yeah, totally. Like right here. This is you sitting down, but there's another you here. So it's like you're bilocating and you're looking at your spinal column. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is very much imagination and etheric work. But what he's trying to get us to do is maintain our joy, our gratitude for ourselves, for everything. And that's a big piece of our self-worth. When you're in gratitude for yourself, you wake up in that gratitude for yourself and you stay in that alignment. And I think that's why they've got this golden column with all our DNA in there. The 13th strand is activated. That's us in the rapture, basically. And it's just them wanting us to see it, like etherically, is us maintaining it, waking up, staying in it. And all day long, like just stay in it, just be in that blessing of everything, because that's basically where they are. They're mighty beings on the other side, whether they're angelic or star being, and they're not getting caught in the drama. They're standing back and just sending love. And that's what we do on Mondays. We're standing back from the drama and we're sending love. And you know, just watching, learning to observe everything. So we're learning to observe the belief systems that are running through us and detaching from them, so we're not caught in our own drama. And the more we are just observing everything and blessing, we're there. That's our ascension, basically, is what they're saying here. Now, if you are working, for example, on the elimination of a disease, it's just not feeling well, the discomfort, basically, there may be many flags, and you may do this consecutively for several days, but keep at it and you will know when it is done. So you'll feel yourself in that perfect alignment, in that blessing, in that gratitude for yourself. But it's a practice, because we're so used to not feeling good about ourselves. And then he says here, now you may not feel it in that very moment, but because the flag, the DNA, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical DNA has been activated for that perfection, not merely the healing, but for the perfection, it may take a bit. but we're not talking years. We do not have years at the moment. We're talking days, and you have seen how rapidly the law of transmutation works. Well, this is even more. That is why we call it instantaneous, because you're remembering your truth. And our truth is love, peace, joy. It's all the divine qualities, the blessings and virtues, and understanding the balancing of the laws and the attributes of the dimensions. So it's just, that's the truth of how things work in the higher realms, and we're remembering. It's just difficult because of these belief systems. But when we get to the point where we realize the belief systems are the illusion, and to attach to just blessing it all, then the illusions disappear. And that's how we create a planet in balance, because as within, so without. And it's just more and more of us in that joy, in that rapture, and it's contagious. People, and I've noticed that even around myself, people will just, when I'm out in public, they gravitate and they don't want to stop talking to you. And so they're feeling that joy, that higher dimensionality, and they're like, what is it? They're curious, and it's a beautiful thing. And this is a funny picture. I think I took it the last time we did this law. And a crow is a symbol of sacred law, universal law. And this crow was just staring at me, and it was like it wanted to ride the bike, which is kind of what the laws are like. Once you know how to ride a bike, it's hard to forget. And so the laws too, once you really get in the flow of how things work in the higher realms, it's like Steve will tell you, he'll never forget being in the flow of love, ever, never. Yeah, so it's like remembering to ride. We're just remembering. We all know this, and it comes, and we want to maintain it. That's what we want to do. Okay. So here's me. This is me calling in. Let's see, what time is it? Okay,
We can't miss out on you, dear. We need to go through this.
All right. Okay, we will go into this. Okay, so here's me. I said I have a question about currency, and I can't believe how I worded this, because I didn't know this. I think SK is helping us with the wording for these questions. I have a question about currency. Are human love of money currency, the currency of life? Now, how I knew that, I don't know. But anyways, I said this. Could you give us a practical application of the law of instantaneous transmission to bring about personal financial abundance? Is this a flag we can lift? I'm thinking, if only there's a flag and it'll be this simple. So Raj says, welcome to me, because it's the first time I've called in. You are not activating an external flag. That has yet to come. But understand what you are activating is your design that allows for worthiness, for abundance, for completion. You do have a love of currency. And then he's telling me, because the energy just runs through me, currency. And let us be very clear that the universal law of currency is the currency of love. So that is the starting point. Now, what is it when you look at your soul design? You know, whether and if we're looking at the collective soul design of humanity, particularly this group of close to 7 billion, now it's close to 8 billion, that are on planet at this moment, the collective design is not one of impoverishment. It never was. That was the illusion of the third. So what you are doing is activating the flag for receptivity, the openness of self-worth, and the ability to receive abundance. So here it is. So what you are doing is activating the flag for receptivity. So that's the ability to receive, the openness of self-worth, and the ability to receive abundance. So that's receive love, basically. Okay. So you are going to have about 7 flags in this regard. So there is self-worth, there's receptivity, there is the ability to give and receive. So there's the balance. There is the willingness to move forward. So that's listening to hear what the next steps are, and then doing. Because what you are speaking of is bringing forth currency in a physical realm. But first, what you are establishing and recognizing is your own currency of love and your own deservingness, your own worth to experience and to be able to create and play. So it is not born of neediness. What you are doing, and we have not talked about this, but Kathleen, you have activated this, therefore we will discuss it. There are certain flags that you are going to turn down. The male is gone. So turn down the flag of neediness, turn down the flag of I'm not worthy, and turn up the flag of willingness to receive. Do you understand what I am saying? And I said, yes, thank you. Okay, so here's the 7 flags. Self-worth, receptivity, the ability to give and receive, the willingness to move forward, because what you're speaking of is bringing forth currency in a physical realm. But first, you are establishing and recognizing your own currency of love, your own deservingness, your own worth, to experience and to be able to create and play. So now I've got it in one other way here, right there. So there's the 7 flags: self-worth, receptivity, the ability to give and receive, the willingness to move forward because we are bringing forth currency, and recognizing our own currency of love, our own deservingness, our own worth to experience and to be able to create and play. So it is not born of neediness. We're turning down the flag of neediness, the flag of I'm not worthy, and turning up the flag of willingness to receive. So when I put that into my own life, there were definitely steps to going out, to doing the readings, to doing everything. So it was being able to listen and hear what those steps were, and then opening to stepping into the flow of life on earth. Yes, Ken.
Okay, so who were you listening to?
I know that our guides are always pointing us in the direction.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I was definitely listening to SK and the Divine Mother. Because I mean, my job was a little bit different because I've been putting out information about these laws and the system, how things work. So remember, I made the cards and the manual and the chart. So I've really been out, you know, amongst the people delivering these messages. And in that delivery, money has come back to me. So that's been my journey. So it's just, it's a matter of listening to our guides. But this is a really good list because it'll put us right into the middle and into, well, it's even sacred purpose too, because self-worth is connected to that. And then being open, the receptivity, being open to hear. Yeah. Willingness to move forward. SK did say to me to say yes to everything. And that can be quite a difficult thing to do because you've got to learn to say yes to self-worth, basically. Say yes to the self-worth. And so that's yes to the decisions to be in alignment with purpose, with mission, with love, with joy, with peace. So say yes to everything. Everything is how things work in the higher realms, basically, is love. So it's being able to say, okay, I can do that, even if you don't feel that comfortable, but you're knowing that it's the next step that you need to take. Yeah. So, and then he goes on, he says, yeah, Ken?
So it basically is fake it till you make it.
Yeah, that is actually a good saying. Yeah. Yeah. Because even if you wake up and you're not feeling great, if you can put yourself into a state where you're blessing yourself, you're going to feel better and you're going to create healing and you're going to create abundance and you're going to, because it's that state of gratitude for yourself that creates a flow. It's the golden ascension spiral and it just takes us higher and higher. Yeah. But know that the gold is also connected to the blue, which is the forgiveness of it, knowing everything is forgiven. So the mother energy. And then when you combine that blue and the gold, you're in the love. You're in the emerald green. So it's really understanding the mother and the father energy. And then how they unite as one. And that's us creating community on the planet. That's everyone getting along and everyone not in any form of judgment of each other. We're in that compassion for all the journeys that we've been on. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So he says here, in that way you have raised the vibration to the frequency of the human beings, and therefore you are holding the frequency for the collective of the willingness to receive love, basically. Now, I know many of you are listening very closely to this. We have spoken to you as the council of how you are doing this work through your field. When you activate this, you are committing yourself to also holding this for the collective, and you are communicating this, whether it is currency or perfect health or generosity, you are communicating this to the collective. So turn off the neediness, the panic, the fear. Will I receive? Will it be in time? Will I be able to pay my rent? And activate the truth of your soul design. So the truth is us knowing that we're never alone. Everything's in divine order. And truth is very much connected to love. It's like a double helix. You can't have truth without love or love without truth. Yes, Ken.
Is that a flag? Or are we talking about something bigger than a flag?
Well, it is the flag of your ascension flag, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is an ascension flag. What I say, it's good to go in and take a look at your spinal column every day. And just, even if you see the flags up, then we're well on our way to them all being up. Like if you see one that, you can sense it, you can lift it, then lift it up. and no, like it could take a little bit for you to actually feel it, but you're in that intention to be in the gratitude for yourself, in the love of yourself, and that's creation and healing. And then really understanding the blue, everything is forgiven. There is, we're really coming to peace about the past. Past is done. We're here to be peace and gratitude and love, creation and healing, understanding the peace. Okay. So there we go. In that way, we have raised the vibration to the frequency of the human beings, and therefore we are holding the frequency for the collective of the willingness to receive. We're doing the work through our field. When we activate this, we're committing ourselves to also holding this for the collective. We are communicating this, whether it is currency or perfect health or generosity, we're communicating this to the collective, the truth of our soul design. And you see how I've got joy and gratitude. Joy and gratitude is the frequency. And then receiving is it's like the water energy, the wave energy. It's expanding, receive, so that we're in that state of peace, which is a flat line. It was Ashira that told me that a peace is a flat line. And when you're in that beautiful, like the ocean waves are really calm, and you're at peace, and then you hold in the gratitude for yourself and for everyone. You're being grateful for all of us here in our ascension. And then that's what creates that beautiful ascension for humanity. Okay. When we activate this, we are committing ourselves to also holding this for the collective, and we're communicating this, whether it is currency perfect health, generosity. We are communicating this to the collective, the truth of our soul design. So we want everyone to remember that everyone is perfect and whole. That is our soul design. It's just these old belief systems that create the havoc. So we want to eliminate the belief systems and remember our soul design. And in that is our ascension, is the flow of love and peace and joy, basically. Okay. Because the truth of your soul design, he says here, we will give you currency to play with. But the truth of your soul design is, dear heart, you have the currency of love to create whatever you want. When you came forth as those angels inhabiting form, do you really think that the mother sent you to the kitchen? No, that devolved and it was part of the human relearning experience. But when you wanted food, you have that expression, manna from heaven. The food was there and it was tasty and it was delicious and it was instantaneous. So this is what you are returning to. So it's us remembering to get into this currency of love, and in that is everything. And in that also is the ability to hear, really listen to our guides and be in our mission and purpose. So, and I was listening to an hour with an angel. It just popped up in on my computer the other day, and it was Archangel Michael talking about us in community, and he was really being like, and I tried to find the transcript for it and I couldn't, so I've got to go back and find it, but it was back in 2015, and he was really like saying community, 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 whether it's your online community or going out in community. But for us to practice being in community was a big part of our ascension. Yep. You have come from a culture, and listen to what I say, even as ascended master and planetary logos, you have come from a culture, regardless of which culture, that has admired and deified gurus. So you have had gurus who have been able to manifest instantaneously, and you've put them in a different category, and you have said, Master, teach me or simply give to me. What I am saying to you is that you are your own guru. I do not wish to be your guru. Sananda does not wish to be your guru. Saint Germain does not wish to be your guru. You are your own guru. And in this, you have the capacity to instantaneously transform air into whatever you wish. So what's in air but light and moisture? So it's time to get going. And then I say, I have one more thing, a quote from Linda's book, The New You, from the mother. And it says, the keys to heaven are trust and forgiveness. The doorway is love. Open the doorway with your keys and step into your new life. And I said, I think that's exactly what you just told us. And I wasn't sure even what I was saying. I think it was SK just helping me, say that, into the collective. And he says, that is correct, dear heart. The wisdom and the laws, they do not change. So let's have a good look at this quote. The keys, so remember we've been talking about keys and flags and buttons to heaven are trust and forgiveness. So that's our open to receive forgiveness, basically, and trusting and forgiveness, trusting ourselves about that everything is forgiven, because that's really underneath a lot of the old beliefs, that we think that we are guilty and shameful. Not true. Our soul design, that's not in our soul design anywhere. And then he says the doorway is love. So the doorway is like the framework is love. Open the doorway with your keys and step into your new life. So it's that's a very beautiful quote from the mother. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, because then it goes on to somebody else's question. But yeah, so we're really, really, really activating our soul design. And in that is the abundance. We just have to maintain that soul design all the time. And a really big piece is gratitude for self. So if we can maintain that gratitude, it just expands into the joy and into the rapture. Mhm. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So how about we send that out should we send that out for 10 minutes? You feel like sending that out? Yes.
Yep, sure.
I have an appointment. I'll need to skip, but. see you
Okay.
Monday.
Okay.
Bye.
Well,
Bye. Okay. So let's see, I'll get my 10 minutes here. Is there any questions about any of this?
not from me, no.
Okay.
I think that this needs to sink in because what you've been saying is stuff that just went past my head, but I think that I need to actually immerse myself in it or something, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it could use a review for sure.
Okay. Well, why don't we-
Yeah,
Well-
that's a good idea.
we'll go over the same one on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
idea.
just the highlights anyway, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was a lot that we did. We did actually learn a lot.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, and it's really about activating and just knowing that your soul design is perfection. It is joy, it is love, and it is peace. It is trust and forgiveness. It is love, and it's gratitude, really. The gratitude, the doorway. I think the doorway is like a framework of gratitude, and you're just stepping through it in love. Does it make sense? Because you're in your trust, you're in your forgiveness. The doorway is your gratitude for yourself. It's like your physical framework. It's like your bone structure. And it is love. We are love. Everyone is love. You are the doorway. Does that make sense?
No, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And step into it. And the reason she's saying keys is because the DNA activation is like a key to the higher realms, the feelings in the higher realms. Because
Yeah, and
what you're activating with the flags is the feelings.
and the keys open up the door, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And they're the substance. You know how, remember how love is the substance, love is the movement, love is the fuel. So it's all love is everything. So the keys are the substance, step into is the movement, trust and forgiveness is the movement. Heaven is love. And the key to heaven is joy, creation, us really being in our creative selves. Mm-hmm. And creation can be just creation of feeling good every day.
Or whatever your soul design is, or
Mhm.
soul desire.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Mhm. Okay, well, let's maybe if we sit still in it, shall we drop into still point and sit still in this information?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay.
Please.
Let's do that then. Okay, so if you want to put yourselves on mute, I'll leave myself on while I drop us in, and then we'll sit in it for 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to take a good deep breath of emerald green in through your nose, and on the out breath, drop down into your emerald heart chakra. And I want you to take another deep breath of emerald green while you're in your heart chakra. And then breathe it out and put yourself right into still point and then into the 10 minutes of stillness and sending. Okay. That's 10 minutes. I just wanted to point out one thing. I think I got the doorway piece is like our physical form, because he did say, let's see if I can go back. He said that our form, where did he say? Where did he say how important the form is? Right at the beginning. Where was the form being really important? It was right at the very beginning. In the alignment, the choice of alignment, being in and out of form. Where does he say? Maintain your form right at the very beginning. So it's like maintain your doorway. And when we can maintain our form, that's the key to feeling the love, I think. So when we're in that gratitude, when the form is in gratitude, in alignment, in all the golden stuff, then that is the healing. That is the love, basically. Because remember, there's no difference between healing, the green, and creation. So the form is it's the creation of our form in joy, in gratitude, and that is the healing, basically. That is the love. Does that make sense? The doorway, where does it say the doorway? Where's the doorway? Where is it? Doorway is love. Yeah. So it's like saying that the doorway is our physical form. So once we can maintain our form in that space of joy, which turns into like the rapture eventually, but basically the key is gratitude. The doorway of gratitude is love, actually. Does that make sense? So when you're blessing yourself, you're in gratitude for yourself, that is the love, because there's no difference between healing and creation. The doorway is the creation piece. That creation of being in gratitude. And then that's the love. So that's us maintaining our form. Maintaining is the trust and the forgiveness. Maintaining the doorway. Maintaining the gratitude, and that's love. Because maintaining is the blue, the gratitude is the golden, and then combine the two, and there's your love. Mm-hmm. So it's really understanding trust, forgiveness, and the doorway of gratitude. And that's our ascension spiral. That's the golden ascension spiral too. Okay. Wow, that's a really cool quote. Step into your new life. Open the doorway. Open it with understanding, trust, and forgiveness, and gratitude. Wow.
Well, trust and forgiveness are the keys to the doorway, yeah?
Yeah, but you've got to maintain that. That's how we're maintaining our form. You know, remember I said maintain your form? And the form is the doorway, and that's anything golden is gratitude and joy. Substance.
Yeah, but trust and forgiveness open the door, right?
Yeah, because yes, because the blue and the golden create the green. Trust and forgiveness open the doorway to gratitude. We always go through the mother to the father. So this is the mother, through the mother, trust and forgiveness open the doorway to the divine father, which is our great being in gratitude to yourself, and combine the two and you've got love. This is peace, and joy makes love. Peace is connected to trust and forgiveness, and the doorway is gratitude, joy, and that's the substance. That's the substance of our ascension. Gratitude, joy, golden ascension spiral. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, things to contemplate.
Yeah, I think you have to let that sit for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm
But you
too
can make
tired.
that part of the review.
I'm sorry, I'm too tired. My brain just won't.
No worries. No worries. Okay, maybe it'll sink in overnight.
Maybe.
Yeah, that does help a lot usually, yeah.
Yeah, just letting it settle. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it sit overnight and it'll be a lot clearer tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be a lot.
In the bright light of day tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'll definitely go over it on
You
Wednesday.
promise? You promise, Darren?
What's that?
You promise?
Well, I can't speak for you. I'm speaking for myself.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that was a long class. It's already well past. Yes. Okay.
But it was a good one. I enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Amelia's here. You want to say hi to Amelia?
Yeah,
Oh.
sure.
You want to say hi? Come on, I'm on Zoom. Come on. Come on. Come and show them your bunny. Yeah. You want to play peekaboo? Okay, come on up. Come on. Come on up. You haven't seen everybody for such a
Oh, oh,
Hey.
hey.
Oh, sweetheart.
Oh, yeah, what a beautiful smile,
Peekaboo.
Play
huh?
peekaboo.
Oh, peekaboo.
Yeah.
Oh, peekaboo. Boo.
Are you gonna play?
Oh, peekaboo.
Tired?
Huh?
You're
No,
not tired?
you're not gonna play.
Oh, you're in play.
Boo.
You don't want to
Where's
Don't wanna
Bunny?
play, huh? Oh,
Where's Bunny? Where's Bunny?
oh, there's Bunny.
Oh, where's Bunny?
Oh.
What's Bunny's name?
Oh, does this one have a name?
Bunny?
No
No.
name?
No.
Bunny? Purple bunny?
Purple Bunny?
Oh, the purple bunny has a label, yes. Is there not label? I don't know. Okay. Oh, one. There, we'll have to read that after. Yeah.
Amelia, look what I have. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Penguin. Yeah. Darren has a penguin.
What?
An animal.
We have two.
Yeah, you have two cats. Yes,
We don't need any more animals.
I've got two cats. Yeah, you know kitty cats? Yeah, Mozzie and Roscoe. Yeah, sometimes they walk across the couch. Yeah, they do. What do cats say?
They're looking out the window now.
Well, the cats are looking out. Yeah, do they say meow?
Yeah, meow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talk.
Moo?
Yeah.
Do cats say moo? Moo.
They do. Was that what kitty cats say?
Moo.
Is that what kitty cats say? Do they?
They bark? Do they go ruff ruff? No.
No, no.
We're just being silly.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're making funny faces. Oh, there's a
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Peekaboo.
Oh,
Peekaboo.
where are you?
Whoa.
Peekaboo.
Oh,
Penny, where are you? Where did you go?
whoa.
Oh, there's everybody.
Peekaboo.
Yeah. Oh, you look so tired.
Yeah, I think you're tired.
Are you tired? Okay. Shall we wave bye-bye? Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right.
Sleepy
Bye.
tight.
Have a good night.
Sleepy tight.
Good
Have
timing.
good dreams. Have good dreams.
Yeah, sweet dreams.
Yeah, sweet dreams.
Maybe this is why I fell asleep. So we'd be late.
No, yeah, right.
A good
Okay.
reason.
Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye.
No bed?
No bad.
Are you sure? Is that what Mama's gonna say? No bed? No.
You got your jammies on.
Oh, yes. These are
Those are
excellent.
nice
Jammies,
jammies.
they sure are.
What
Those
have
are
they got on
nice
them?
jammies.
They got a button on them? What they got on them? Oh, a bumblebee.
Oh, yeah, look at the bee, yeah, yeah.
Bumblebee on you. What is it? What does the bee say?
Children.
Oh, really? That's a good word. That's like,
Roscoe?
oh, oh, you see-
Kitties are fighting.
What did she say?
oh, the kitties are fighting.
They're
Uh-oh.
being bad. The kitties are being naughty.
Uh-oh.
You don't have any brothers or sisters yet, so
Yeah, no,
you don't have to worry about that.
no, no. Oh,
Oh.
that was a good face. That's so funny. That was a good one, Mills.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Lillian's laughing. You made her laugh. That was a good one. All right. Shall we wave goodbye again? Okay.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, bad.
Bye.
Jeremy got
Sweet
her-
dreams, sweet dreams.
You need to turn off the recording,
Oh,
Kathleen.
right. Oh, well, they're gonna have a nice blast of at the end. Okay, so we're gonna turn off the recording. Oh, I have to find it. Where did it go? That's weird. It disappeared. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed this last. Okay.